5 new LEGO Star Wars sets rumored to release on January 1st have just been leaked, being the Mandalorian and Grogu Speeder, Grogu's Homestead, the Shock Trooper Mech, Siege on Mandalore Battle Pack, as well as Cobb Vanth Speeder. First is 75436, the Mandalorian and Grogu Speeder, with 58 pieces and with a retail price of $10, which most likely won't stay the same because it's been a very, very long time still. We've gotten like a $10 set, the most recent being like a microfighter from like very long time ago since the prices increased for Lego. This set will come with 2 minifigures, being the updated newer Beskar Mandalorian as well as Grogu, and then a simple speeder build. But the main thing is that this will not come with the UCS Razor Crest Mandalorian like the render showed. I actually have the Razor Crest built here, which means I do have this figure, which was rumored to be in the set, but instead it's the updated newer Beskar version rather than the gray, more like dark gray, older Beskar version. So very happy that it's actually going to be exclusive, most likely to the UCS Razor Crest, at least in the near future. Here's literally the exact same figure that you will see in the $10 set here. It's basically just the Mandalorian with his updated Beskar that came in the 2023 Spider Tank, which is currently retired now. So it's a perfect time to pick him up in the new set. But instead of using the jetpack, just swap it out with the cape that comes in the UCS Razor Crest Mandalorian, or basically any other Mandalorian with the updated Beskar, which I believe was from 2021. Next set is the Siege on Mandalore Battle Pack with 4 minifigs and 116 pieces. So like I said, 4 minifigs, 2 of them is likely going to be the same helmet hold 322nd that we've seen before in their own battle pack. It also comes with 2 like Maul's Mandalorians. One of them even comes with a combat shield, which is actually a really cool touch. And as far as the 116 piece builds include like a little like fence with the stud shooter, the updated stud shooter for the clones, and then a little speeder build for the Mandalorians. It's actually a pretty cool speeder build. Used a lot of cool pieces I've never seen for at least the Star Wars theme. Overall, this looks like a pretty good set, most likely $22 with the updated price, like battle pack price, with around this size being the smaller battle pack. Being the last one was the Nitro Battle Pack, I believe, from June, which was $22. So this one is likely going to be the same price. Next is the Shock Trooper Mech, with one figure being obviously the Shock Trooper, which we have seen before in multiple sets. This set will come with 151 pieces, which is actually a little bit more than the previous Battle Pack. And this one's only going to retail for $15 like a normal mech. So that's crazy. You're getting a little bit more of a build for the mech than the Battle Pack. I guess you are getting better figures, like 3 more figures, and they're also better figures at that, but still, it's kind of crazy that it's like $6 or $7 more than the previous battle pack, but you are kind of getting a little bit more, I guess, with the actual builds of the battle pack. But for the Shock Trooper mech, it's pretty basic. He gets a blaster and the normal Shock Trooper attire, I guess, in his mech. One normal Shock Trooper with the long blaster and the silencer on it, and it looks like it will have one printed tile of the chest plate on the Shock Trooper, which is usually the one printed piece that comes in all the Next is Grogu's Homestead, which isn't really a homestead, it's rather a buildable Grogu, which is going to be rated ages 4 and up for a retail price of $20 with 107 pieces, which is kind of overpriced, but you're getting a little Grogu there, which actually has a different like face print than the render, which I think looks a little bit more nice, and it has 2 of like the macaroons, I guess, the blue milk macaroons he gets in the Mandalorian. Also comes with a space frog as well as a little catapult to launch it, and also uses the big thick hands, I think in like an olive green color for Grogu's hand. Seems to be pretty posable, and also comes with a little side build that wasn't in the render, which is basically just like a little bit of the outdoors. Seems to have like a cauldron with maybe a marshmallow roasting on it. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but that's obviously going to be adding to the pieces, but still only 107 pieces for $20 and no minifigs is kind of a little bit overpriced. And for a 4+ set, it doesn't really seem to have that many like big pieces that would be making the price $20. And finally, Cobb Vanth Speeder with 2 minifigs, being a Cobb Vanth, which we have seen his arm printing, which actually looks really, really nice. Comes with the jetpack. Doesn't really seem to come with the other like Boba Fett armor, like the helmet that we also see, but besides that, it looks pretty good. It also might come with a new mold for like a sort of like a flintlock pistol, or they could be using the existing mold. It's kind of hard to see from here. It actually kind of looks like a new mold. I would say it's probably a new mold. We also get a newer version of Cad Bane. It's not the one from the Justifier. It'll be a different one with more brown robes, I guess more accurate to Book of Boba Fett. It actually looks pretty nice. The speeder is an okay build, and it retails for $35 with 207 pieces. So not the greatest one, and the box does seem to be a little bit small, but it does come with probably the best figures out of this wave, at least for Star Wars. 5 sets in total, so not a lot for Star Wars. There's honestly nothing I think that would really be flying off the shelves January 1st. Hopefully this is only like the first bit of January 1st wave that we have. Honestly, it seems like it'll be all, but hopefully there'll be that mid-scale AT-AT as well as that mid-scale Venator, or they could come later this year. There's also supposedly supposed to be the Smart Brick figures sometime, at least in 2026. Maybe the X-Wing Tie Advanced this January 1st, but honestly, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll update you guys on that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you all in the next one.